I didn't press any button there. It was just...
And welcome
It's
back to
starting.
another episode of Efferia Unshattered, the Black Sheep. Today
With
we're
throbbing
joined...
penises.
God damn it! I was gonna make a Pikachu joke, but apparently that's not acceptable. We gotta stick with the dick
Pikachu's playing
jokes.
Dustin tonight.
Well, according to Slipknot, Pikachu's a virgin, so
According to Slipknot?
it's misheard lyrics from Psychosocial.
Sure. Okay, I don't...
Pikachu's a virgin.
Despite being from Iowa, I don't listen to Slipknot. Anyway. So when last we met, Arapsis, what happened with the Black Sheep?
Well, it would have all been a lot better if Aldrin had just let me originally kill a bitch and burn a building down. If we had gone with that plan from the get-go, none of the other problems would have occurred. So, in hindsight, the important thing to remember before we tell this story is that Aldrin is a dirty fucking liar. Broke all of his promises and decided what he wanted to do spur of the moment. And it hurt me the most. So, there we were, getting ready to bust into this wonderful old woman's house. Fucking bitch. Everything seemed not quite right. Guards a little more stone-faced than normal. And, well, it all looked autonomous. It seemed about spot on. I didn't suspect that old cunt could get anybody to actually work for her anymore. So that's how it worked out. She didn't actually have anyone working for her anymore. But unfortunately, with those sorts of automatic things, sometimes rank matters. So unfortunately, Aldrin outranked most of the guards and people within the domicile. So that ruined some of her plans. Unfortunately, the old woman we discovered was a ruse. Didn't taste like a ruse, but ruse nonetheless. And then a woman came out and played Aldrin like a fiddle. All it takes is a drop of his last name, and he pulls every punch, stops what he's doing, and lets me get shot in the face! So, after we found our true adversary, there was a firefight, in which case Dustin was knocked out. I healed Dustin back and then got knocked out myself. You know who didn't get knocked out? Aldrin, who then spared her. Isn't that wonderful?
Allegedly. In my defense, all I did is remember what Dan and I talked about out of game that Dustin never actually spoke up about in game.
Yeah, never really had...
Maybe now would be a good time to have that discussion. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo, diddly-doo.
We are carrying her lifeless body that is cuffed to the Tenebrion home, so...
All right. So when last we left, we were in Moonladrien, burning down House Estrella, and you step back outside. The blood moon eclipse at its still at its full height. What discussions are being had as you walk through the streets, these throngs of people that have gathered outside the burning domicile of City in Estrella? The late? Unconscious? Dead? They don't know. Yeah, as far
outside
as they
the pile of kindling.
Yeah. In which Arapsis had also left in the rubble, "I'm coming, Dad."
Surprising.
I know.
What else would you leave for that fucker?
It's a good point.
Well, you know,
I'm on my
I do
way.
feel as though it's a little important in this moment to at least point out one important for myself. After all this time, after all this darkness, sometimes it's important to remember that the flame is not always meant to be a scary thing. Sometimes the flame can be that of hope, that of memory, that of warmth, that which brings us together in a dark night. That's where I believe that my father was gifted this flame and misunderstood it. If he was alone in the darkness, a flame was meant to bring him joy, not fear. He misused this, and I will not.
Aldrin's gonna kind of come up to Arabsis and like quietly, because we're still walking through like crowds of people. When we get back, we can ask her some questions, and then you can have a proper taste of the real Scythian. You muted yourself.
As long as you're certain this time and not going to change your mind again.
Well, the idea was to get as much information as we could from her.
Between what I can see in her blood and what Dustin can pull from her ghost, I'm not worried about dead people.
That's fair. I kind of assumed that you would also enjoy having, a few moments with her where you could, ask her some questions and, take a bit more of a revenge on what she did.
I'll be honest with you, Aldrin. When I drink from her, I'm probably going to learn some things that will be very uncomfortable. The last time when I drank from the Queen, there were uncomfortable truths amongst all of that, and it wasn't even anything to do with me in particular. And that was still painful in the revelation. This will be the architect of the darkest parts of my life. Well, except for that one person, but I don't like to think they were much of an artifact, much of a manipulator on those scales, as much as just a frigid bitch who likes to trap people.
Fair.
Just imagine if you, in your moment of revenge, got to see every memory of that person. Especially one so depraved.
Oren kind of thinks back to his moment of revenge and kind of has a moment of licking his chops for a second. Yeah. It was quite different.
I always am a little curious about that. Does it transfer anything to you in those moments? Any strength? Sense of who they were? Anything?
I've never really paid much attention to it. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing anytime that I've killed someone. So, I mean, I got Lulu's short sword here, so there was that, at least.
Well, yes, but I mean, your power seems to be God-given,
Yeah.
without a better way to phrase it. So, with that, and your ability to do those things, it just makes me curious if there's something more you might find.
I'll have to think on it.
Born through ritual, you were. Maybe eating is a ritual for you. Consuming your foe, if you will, in your own way.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you, as a great beast, were to devour a great beast, what happens?
Be a hell of a meal.
Not to push you into eating anybody along the way, but it was just a passing thought.
Well, I'm also kind of trying to think on how many dangers to Efferia there are left. I mean, of course, there's Baccarat, there's your father. Beyond that, I'm not sure what else is there, really.
There's one thing that was explained that I've pieced together that I fear. We were told that the Necronomicon shows people what they want in a very corrupted light, if you will. Yes?
Sure.
The Necronomicon was from my father. Who was the first person after my father to have it? Morgana the Fey. She is supposedly the first of the Archfey. Someone who discovered the means to become one. Yes, what does that sound like to you?
Like getting what she wants.
And what she wanted in that moment also split the Queen of the Fey asunder, causing her personality to split into two sides and creating the court as it is now. All from that book. That's why I said that I still have a job to do when this is done. I know that even when we finish that, I must clean that up. I got to watch the perfect spiral run up of your cat up the tree behind you. It was so wonderful. It was a perfect spiral up the tree.
Totally not distracting at all. Like, whoa.
I was wondering because I can't see it because I can only see you guys cropped for the overlay. So I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
so
it was
why did
so
the two of them
perfect.
just stop and just start following something?
I'm like, that was an odd pause.
We followed the bouncing ball, don't mind us.
Meanwhile, Dustin sees Chroma in the ethereal plane kind of weaving in and out of walls and fence lines and trees and
jumping from people's head to head.
Yeah.
But yes,
I swear at some point this cat's just going to be like weaving between Dustin's legs and he's going to be like trying to not trip over it, but the cat's in the ethereal plane so no one knows what the hell's going on.
yelling "I don't want to step on you" to his feet to everyone else.
Yes, this happens. It's canon. It happened. Go. Yes.
We both just look back at Dustin like, okay.
Yeah, Chroma
It's
Chroma is
one after
currently
the other.
Yeah, is doing the whole like circling your ankles. Just weaving like
Attention,
a figure eight.
Attention. Hey, you can see me. You can give me attention. Hey. But not like that. No.
I can see you, can't touch you.
Right. Lay just out of reach.
100%. Yeah. If you
Okay,
reach
but
down.
literally, that's what Vax just did.
Yep.
Oh.
You're too far.
We are our own self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yay. All right.
But yes, you might imagine that I, finding out that the person that caused so much pain in my life was empowered by a book from my father and, caused all of that, potentially makes it my issue to clean up.
Right.
I could see that.
But Roland's going to help me, so not alone. And then there's that thing where I have to go burn down heaven.
Sorry, what?
When did that come up?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you not in that conversation? Well, see, if we take a step back, when I drained the queen, I found out how much the fates have been falsely manipulating everyone, believing that they were preventing a war that they have helped cause. So that means that my wonderful Wenrish is a hostage.
Are you referring to the Celestial Order?
Yeah.
That is an
That's heaven to me.
That is an organization that works directly for the crown. They are like the top sorcerers of the realm. That was who was running the beacon.
And you said they were getting orders from the fates.
Okay, I couldn't remember that part. It's been a while.
Because that was the specific part, was that you said they were getting orders from the fates. And that's where it changed for Arapsis immediately.
Okay.
Well,
I'm like, I
know.
I believe you. I know
this is.
So much lore.
How many years have we been doing this now?
3. We're on year 3.
I know it's very much not like me to say temper, but usually hostages are exchanged for, ransom. Going in to burn down the place where the hostage is kept usually ends up with the hostage being dead.
Well, yes, but I like to believe that hostage is probably more under the belief that he's not a hostage. And that would probably change around the time I show up lighting everything on fire, screaming his name. That's usually about the time he'll figure it out. And if I know anything about that boy, he will light it on fire with me.
That's fair. You're also the one who's been, preaching, talking to me a lot.
Yes.
So seeing this 180 is,
I let a lot of people talk.
It feels a bit
and
odd.
That got us to a certain point. And unfortunately, we are getting to just as you said, we are getting to the end of our list. And unfortunately, the people on the end of the list have already been talked to. We have already provided them opportunity, and they have rejected it. Or not literally spit in our face.
Well, have
So,
you talked to the Fates?
not since I screamed no.
Well, I mean, there's been some times, maybe with cooler heads, it will help a bit.
Now, that is where I feel like perhaps your elven side is coming in a bit much. Because that is something that is a bit more the elves' particular way of things. It's the cool lack of emotion. Age has distilled us with knowledge, and thus we know better. And that is the Fates in a nutshell. So if you're going to fight someone who is always going to feel that way, sometimes the answer is to not always be balanced.
I mean, you realize who you're talking to when you're talking about, not showing emotion, age, with imparting wisdom. Like, I'm only 64, not even 100 yet. Like, we're still like.
He's a young
I'm
whippersnapper.
laughing. I'm laughing character to character now for you at this conversation. I understand that though we may all be young for our particular races, it doesn't change the fact that that is a perception that is kind of gained from them. The Fates are a manipulative bunch by nature. So you must know that any situation you're going to enter with them, they're going to try and get the upper hand of at any point in time.
Isn't that most people we've talked to?
Well, no, because most people are willing to accept at some point that they're wrong on something. They're the
I
Fates.
look back to the golem holding Sidian's unconscious. She didn't.
Well, yes, and that's why we're here. Again, end of the list.
I'm still not sure how I feel about
the most chances.
I'm still not sure how I feel about you finally seeing my point of view and me finally seeing yours. Like, this whole reversal of positions on things, it feels very odd.
Now you're learning, Kingy.
Every time I've tried not killing, it's made things worse.
Well, and you taught me to be a weapon rather than letting other people make me a weapon.
I mean, that way you get to at least choose what you are.
Yes, and thus I've got to
Choices
choose.
are made for you.
And thus we've reached the point of my choices.
Does that mean we're gonna end up swapping again then?
I'm sure it'll switch back at some point. Or this means that I'm going to blow up the next citadel with a trapped princess inside.
What do you
I
mean?
mean,
Let's avoid that, because the next princess is my daughter.
I thought we got all of that taken care of, though. We're not rescuing her, are we?
No.
Well, see,
Getting
it's not a
her
rescue
out
mission.
of trouble is
Actually, the next rescue is your sister, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Still haven't gotten a response from her.
That does seem a bit unfortunate.
Hmm.
You know what I fear out of that?
don't have the mind reading thing, so
Well, as you've dictated, there's only a few targets left. And one of them's in this city.
who's that?
Father dearest.
I mean, I feel like he would have kind of showed up for the occasion.
Well, he's been pulling the strings, using the princess for so much of it, letting her burn things asunder. Sitting back as Captain Howdy, and trying to build his happy family on the earth. Somehow I wasn't invited. So, you know,
Well,
Dad
sometimes you gotta
found a
invite
new
yourself.
stepmom, and I'm not invited over for dinner anymore.
Just invite yourself.
Did you not think?
Be sure to
I thought
bring
of it that
bring like a housewarming gift or something.
You know, I think
they
that's
are
a
the housewarming
wonderful
gift.
idea. You have the
Very
best
warm.
ideas.
Aldrin points back to the Sidian home burning. Like, they are the housewarming gift.
It's a very
Oh.
warm house.
Parts of them. So yes,
Oh, man.
I just worry since your sister disappeared here with no answer.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of threads left.
That's fair. Which might be hard to find as well.
Unfortunately, it'll be the hardest to find. That's the other reason I think it. Because if there's one person that would be able to evade most of our attempts to find it, it'd be him.
Well, at least once we get some rest, I can try something to find Mara.
All right. I like new ideas to try.
It's kind of rehashing an idea that I had before with, back at the Spire, finding that dwarf fellow.
Yeah.
If I can just find something that Mara has on her, I can find her location.
Well,
I didn't really prepare that, for today, so we kind of knew where we were going already.
Well, interestingly enough, didn't we try tracking her before? What was that, her blood, I think we used, right?
Well, yeah, I kind of followed her scent through the streets, but it's been a minute and it's been raining, so
Yeah. Good point.
there might not be much of that left.
do you still smell like wet dog when you transform back?
Odin is thinking about transforming back and then looks at the hundreds of people around and I'm not sure.
It wasn't until that
You dared
moment
to
we talked about
besmirch the
rain.
king in front of his royal guard?
Right.
The king suddenly burst into shreds and the giant werewolf is there instead.
Because that's not terrifying to people who've never seen that kind of shit before.
Right?
Yeah.
Newcomers are just told that the king has a temper and don't upset them or you'll find out.
Yep. It's like any new person to the castle is like, by the way, don't make him angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
Right?
Like my
Got a
shit
beastly
all
temper.
the time.
Well, you know what? I think this is an important time for something else. It's time to dance. Just starts dancing through the street.
Moonladrien is just gonna, sidestep a few feet. Like, I don't know them.
You know what? Just for shits and giggles, roll me a performance check. Hell yeah. Burning down the
Just going
house.
through the street. Let's go. It's important to celebrate your victories sometimes, Aldrin. Get into it. Come on, man. Let's see it.
I'll do the elven dance of, age has given me wisdom and I don't show
not the
emotions.
elven two-step. Why are you coming in with that elven two-step shit?
Yes, the elven two steps. It's when you put one in front of the other and you keep walking.
It's the 2 foot rule. Yeah. You got 2 feet, you can just walk away.
Yeah.
All right. It is about this time that you return back to House Tenebrion. And we are all up in this room.
All up in here.
Hmm.
Up in here?
Up in here.
Up in here.
Up in here.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind?
Up in
Up in here.
Up in here.
Y'all gonna make me act a fool!
Up in here.
Up in here.
Up in here.
All right. The guards usher you in. What are you doing with Sidian upon returning to the home?
I do believe that there was a prison here.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
guards would have one.
Let's put her in a cell and,
Okay.
give her some time to think about what she did. She's stuffed in cold iron anyway. She's not gonna do shit.
Yeah.
All right. Did you want to examine any of the items that you took off of her, or the one that Arapsis found that looked almost
I was
identical?
gonna say the big
Yeah.
one, is the one that I found at the end.
Yeah, let's get someone that can, identify shit in here and
Okay.
have a look at it.
Does your mother do that sort of thing?
Not sure.
Mama!
She turns around and gives you that mom face death glare.
I was an orphan!
Yeah, she turns around and glares and then turns, she's like, I unfortunately do not have those abilities myself, but we can easily get someone who can. So we'll say 20 minutes, half hour pass, somebody shows up from House Nectaris.
You
To
So much
identify
magic.
it. All right. So
This is what happens when nobody comes and burns your houses down.
Yes, you have people that can do things for you.
Well, yes, you get to develop those things because you don't have to rebuild things.
So the first one that Aldrin has, this is the one that you were unable to identify the class of magic.
Hmm.
So it was unusual to her, but it was not only coming off of the magic item that she had, or the necklace that she had, but Sidian herself. It looks like a tiny brass pocket watch, hooked with a tarnished silver chain. The interior is furnished with emerald green hands, and the face of the watch is shattered and worn from age. As such, only 6 of the original 12 hour marks are intact. Upon the top of the watch, there is a button that may be pressed. You're not quite sure what it does.
Let's not just press that, perhaps.
Aldrin is like,
That's... Aldrin is 1,000 years in the past. Yay!
if I step on this butterfly, Backheart will never be born. I can't rewind the entire campaign.
All right, and I believe last time we had already identified the potions. However, Arapsis, the one
Yes.
that you have is a locket that looks like a pocket watch, but you open it, and instead of the watch face, it is a locket of a very young Sidian. And on the other side, a very familiar brand.
That's my household. Such predictable bitch. Really, how did you not suspect manipulation? Aren't you supposed to read people? Yes.
I need some time to read people.
Touche. Oh, man. Well, I guess that's the real lesson here. This was the
Patience?
one time letting them talk was the problem.
What did I just say outside? When I don't kill people, it gets worse.
Well, you should have gone with plan A. Much cleaner.
I listened to what I was told of try talking to people.
I made a promise to a dragon, and for once, I decided I was not going to break a promise to a dragon. I mean, how many times do you make a promise to a dragon?
Huh?
See? Important to keep.
Dad,
They
you
have
met a
fairly long
dragon?
lives.
Oh yeah, there's 2 like a mile north.
There's 2?
Yes, show her the sword.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
sword.
I'll pull out the short sword of Lulu. That one actually came from one of them.
That's so cool. And she immediately, like, accidentally pricks her finger on on the tip of it. Ow.
And it is not a toy. I put it away.
That's sharp.
Do you
Yeah.
use it very often, Aldrin?
Well, I haven't had a lot of occasions recently because most of the weapon attack I've done, like today, were with those modified spears. So
Well, then I think I know
I'll
what
get
that
around
means.
to it, I'm sure.
And Arapsis will kneel down. It sounds like that if you're asking your father very nicely, he might show you how to use the very pretty sword. But you have to ask him very nicely for sword training, so that he can show you himself.
Dad, are you gonna teach me how to fight?
Yes, eventually. We have a few things to settle down first.
Okay, cool, because I'm so sick of reading books.
Warrior Princess.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Nice ring, doesn't it? You're welcome. Walks away.
And so does she just kind of walks away like
Also, speaking of keeping things,
Sparring at nothing.
we're gonna need Kevin in here.
Kevin. That's exactly what Travis does.
Hi. Yep. Hi. I have a bit of work for you, and I pull out like all the books and notes that I took from Sidian's room and just put them on the desk. Make copies of those, burn the originals.
Right. Anything else, my lord?
Fast. Do it quickly because the originals
Sorry,
can
Your
be
Majesty.
tracked, and we don't want the people that can track them to come here.
Right.
If you thought Sidian was bad, she is cheap copper in exchange, like in relation to that.
I promise. Get it done. Right stat.
Good. Chop chop.
And immediately goes to work copying the books. We'll say that will take how many? Oh God, how many books? Roll me a d10.
You tell me.
Roll me a d10.
4.
4 books. So.
Okay.
We'll say an hour apiece.
I'll slide the diary and mix up with this one.
All right.
Actually, while we're here, I still have a couple spell slots. Detect magic. See if there's anything like illusion-wise or anything like that on the notes and books, like any kind of hidden messages through magic.
Not that you can see, no.
Okay, cool. I'll keep it up for the 10 minutes. Just, you know. Just cause.
You see as Kevin is copying these texts, their face goes through a litany of emotions from like horror to sadness and confusion, and like occasionally they'll just look up at you like, are these real?
Oh yeah. From Sidian's room itself.
Shakes their head and goes back to writing.
And I'll look back to Drivers and like,
Mhm.
I noticed a few heads in the crowd that didn't seem too pleased with what we did.
Can't say I'm surprised. She's always had her allies and enemies.
I will describe the colors of the houses Because like you told me like the houses and everything, but I don't know them like as Aldrin.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll describe like the houses and like.
And she'll identify each house as you describe them.
Mm-hmm. I would rather have as many allies as possible before we leave here, instead of, leaving enemies in the backyard while we go and get some groceries. So, is there anything those houses would need or want outside of, our heads?
Money? More power?
Any kind of weakness that we can exploit, I guess.
Arapsis will put the locket in front of her. Is that enough evidence for them?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. It's important for them to understand that squabbles are nothing but something to be used by the enemy. Past differences are something to be set aside in this time. Desires of greed in this moment, that is trivial. If they wish to subside to something so trivial in this moment, then whatever. The truth is much more sinister than that. And they can leave their heads in the sand, buried, wanting gold, or they can choose to stand up for themselves for once in their bloody lives.
Speaking of problems and such, I would like to check on Lulu. She wasn't doing too well last time. I don't know if it's only tied to the moon or if taking out City and changed things, like helped out. Because as far as I know, we saw a few hundred people outside. This is a capital city. There should be a few thousand people. Most of them are still asleep.
At this point, Anara is just kind of munching on some fruit, and she pauses for a moment and goes, "You mean the dragon that's killing people?"
Well,
as she continues to eat some grapes.
Complicated, but yeah.
That's where Rapsis just kind of looks at Aldrin like this.
Technically, yes, but it's a little complicated. She's not fully in control of herself right now.
Aldrin,
Yeah,
is that what
Moondragon.
Well, I mean, Sidian...
Moon issue.
Sidian was forcing her to keep the warts up and put everybody to sleep to squash the rebellion.
Well, the walls can definitely stay up. The people going to sleep, though, we're going to need that to change. Which,
Aldrin...
I mean...
Do you... Well, I guess I'm just going to be blunt with this. Don't you think that she's perhaps getting some of the power that she has through something? For there's not exactly the correct elements in play here. And she herself seemed to say that the moon was not quite right. I thought that all of this was implying that she was draining power from them. Hence why she says, the one killing people.
I mean, yeah, I've read the reports and stuff when I was apprenticing.
They're batteries, Aldrin.
Oh, no, they're food.
Oh, well, there you go.
The moon's the battery.
Well, yes, but one's tainted, one goes to
Well,
another one.
I mean,
That
and like
is so-
Olin looks out to the streets and like
That's
there's a lot of, you know, actual moonlight spells in place in this city. When Rag was fucked up and I had the crown, I kind of, you know, kamehameha him and he was better. How about
was
we take some of those
temporary.
straight lights? Yeah, temporarily is still, you know, better than nothing. How about we take some of those street lights and bring them to Luna Silva? See if that can't, you know, boost her up a bit and
I mean,
make people not food.
we can try. It took the combined strength of an Archfey and Wenrish to create an item that, since we created it, has only managed to restore Rog to a portion of his power with continuous use up until now.
Well, he is a dragon. So
We're talking
he's-
about another
it's gonna take a
dragon.
lot. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot. My point is, like,
these
maybe the
streetlights,
city can do with torches.
What
maybe
if,
those torches aren't quite strong enough.
Dad? What if we got we got everybody that's awake to bring a torch? We get a whole crowd of people with moonlight.
I think they called that a mob.
Yeah, let's leave the torches for the city and bring the city lights to the dragon. Otherwise, people start bringing pitchforks as well.
No. I meant like the moon torch.
Yeah, no.
Dad,
yeah,
the moon
I know.
torches, the street lights.
Yeah.
Not a fire torch.
Yeah.
Duh.
Well,
Raps
I
in the
mean, I could-
background raising a pitchfork.
I could probably, like, Olin opens the bag and looks inside. I could probably fit them all in there, really.
What's that, Dad?
Spacious.
Shut up, get in the bag.
It's very spacious.
No, thank you. I already had somebody say that to me this week.
Hmm.
Your sister.
Yeah, I still need to find her.
So why does she hate you?
I love everything about that sentence.
Well, I don't think she hates me per se. It's more that something happened and I don't know what the fuck is going on with her. I've tried, like, messaging her and she didn't respond, so...
She didn't seem to like you very much when I met her. I mean, we didn't talk very much. She just kind of came in and started yelling at me. Said that I had to
doesn't
go
sound
and
like
that I
her.
needed to get in the bag. It was for my own good. And then she knocked me out.
That apple really doesn't fall very far from the tree, does it? And it's like your family is just peas in a pod.
And that really doesn't sound like her, though.
I know, it sounds like you.
She seemed
Thanks.
resentful.
Hmm.
Something about cleaning up your messes.
It's like looking into a mirror. Or reading a book?
Mm.
Yes, reading a book. Written about
It's like
you.
someone messed with her head.
Huh. Or that. Who would do that sort of thing?
I can't really do much to find her until we've had some rest. As soon as I'm able to, though, I'm going after her.
Well, for now, I believe we also need to start making phone calls.
We do.
Time to summon the knights and all that sort of things, if you will. Well, actually, since I said it that way, you are king in this sort of situation, so would what we're doing justify some sort of summoning of armies from the four corners of some sort of, I don't know, prestigious event like that? The summoning of the 7 armies.
It would. It's just a matter of doing that without alerting Bechdel.
So we're not like lighting beacons or anything like that.
Not literally, but we can do it figuratively.
Well, yes. So you have a castle that flies,
Mm-hmm.
and I have this staff here that makes portal. So, my thought in this sort of situation is that as long as we can manage to relay with the castle, then we'll be able to put whomever we want on the field. Kind of mass drop into the field, if you will. Hell, I could even literally set it as something that we jump out of.
Now the question is,
Just people flying out of a portal.
going back a couple of weeks, I think it was, the plan was to kind of, obviously, get Bocce out of the castle, out on the field, whether we walk into her trap or she walks into ours. But there was also the idea of getting into the castle and getting the book.
Yes. I volunteered to be the distraction, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And I have some knowledge of Naimon, so not to mention the whole can't see me thing. I could infiltrate and try to find the book.
Yes, but that would also be splitting our focus. If in this moment we have managed to assemble everything that we need, then in this moment, once we take out Bokharin, I do not believe that there is a vampire that can stand against me.
Fair.
So in that
I'm
moment...
only worried about contingency plans with that book.
Well,
what
yes.
if I die, do this, and then the book just disappears?
The problem, I don't think that is the problem. The book has a will of its own, Ultra. That's the one thing that has been told to us. Razathoth's first queen became that book, and thus extends her will through it. My fear is it trying to choose another person to take it. You have to understand these sorts of things, they seek to be used.
We know if there's a way to destroy the book, like after we get what we need out of it.
I believe that the unfortunate thing that we were told was that it has to go back. It's the only way we can be rid of it, is to send it back there.
Back where? Back to the
Well,
castle?
change.
Back home? To the abyss?
the abyss, if you will,
Uh-huh.
to Azathoth's home. That is why what we talked about with Roland was that we would try, in those moments, cast my father back into the abyss with the book. But if not, that was unfortunately a play I was going to have to make.
Speaking of Roland, we know he handled the book before. Maybe he could be the one going after the book and we keep our focus together.
Now that is not a bad idea.
He could have eyes almost everywhere with all them crows.
And it can be fairly sneaky.
Mm.
So not a terrible idea. But we still have to meet up with him.
Right.
So that goes back to the summoning of the armies, if you will.
Yeah. Well,
So
We
who
could
all do we
move
have
them.
to reach out to?
we have to reach out to the keep. We have to reach out to the spire. And then it's a matter of finding out who will answer to the call of the crown, who has the means to answer to the call. It's been a long 15 years without sun and with vampires roaming free. I'm not sure the state of the armies of Efferia is really up
Well,
to date.
no. I don't imagine that the random corners of the world will necessarily have the most to show up. We can hope. But really in this moment, I more talk about those that we've dealt with. People that we know that we should reach out to. Who else is there?
About this time, Dustin, you're... Dustin? Dustin? It's been over an
It sounds
hour
like it's
your
coming
time, I
from
think.
your pocket.
This whole time thing is weird. It's been a bit since we heard from you, so we're just kind of worried.
Oh, you say it's been over an hour our time. That's been what, like 2 minutes to you guys?
Something like that. You said you'd call back in an hour. You didn't specify whose.
Oh. Yeah, I should have specified it was your time because so long story short, you've heard of this woman named Sidian before? House Astrala?
Yeah, she's the leader of the Moon Elves.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Just as a heads up for when you come back. We kind of threw her out.
Is it
That
Ileana
was
now?
why it was going to be a little while. Aldrin, have you told Ileana?
Not yet. I was getting to that. I was kind of making sure that we had everything planned out, you know?
She doesn't know yet. She will eventually.
She'd make a good leader. Anyway, so yeah, sorry to bother you. If have you guys made a decision on where we're supposed to go?
That was actually something that we were just beginning to discuss.
Okay.
Do you have any idea? You mentioned that Mother Moth had an army for us. Like,
She's got a bunch of fairies.
how big?
Well, the fairies are tiny.
Okay.
The moths are really big. And then there's a really one. There's like a really, really big one.
Mm.
Her name is Mothar.
Sounds big.
It's the biggest moth I've ever seen.
I'm just now trying to picture, like, how much space we're going to need if we put anybody anywhere ahead of time.
Well, to be fair, we could just have them camp out behind the mirror.
That's a good point. That also does bring the question of, do we know if one of the mirrors in the Sapphire Spire connects directly to the Phalos that we're aware of? Or is it like how Primal Efferia is different?
Well, we found Mother Moth pretty quick, and we found Roland, so I think we're on the same plane.
Yeah, we did see them walk through that portal like 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, it's been a long couple of days.
Well, that's the thing is, like, we can open a portal to where you tell us, but, like, things aren't gonna... maybe the fairies will fit through the portal? But, like, if we need a bigger portal for the big moths, Mother Moth could take care of that.
Oh, that's
Do you
good.
think Mother Moth could fit through the portal?
Yeah, she's not much taller than me.
Well, I'll tell you what. This can take a long period of time, but can I see through the portal in the castle for you?
I don't see why not.
Wonderful. Then we can take care of that. Now I'm thinking with portals.
Yeah, that does make sense as long as they can do the
I can see.
interplanar
Boop,
stuff.
there's the portal.
Yeah.
I only gotta open the slider on the door to put the portal in.
Just peek through the keyhole.
You're like, there it is. Okay, everybody come through.
Alright, so that solves that problem. As long as they're near the gate, we can get everybody through.
It just becomes a question of just how many times we are doing that. So I will either need time to fully charge the staff's capabilities, or, spacing it out.
Okay, so
Well, we could.
Go ahead.
We could also try and have a bit of, conference call with Rimmer, or pull out the can. Like, if we just put the stone in the can on the table and we just have a conference call like that to figure that out.
Your phone's up like this right now.
The feedback is atrocious.
It's like,
yeah,
it's like the fucking 2000 speakers when you put your phone next to it,
Oh, the horrible flashbacks.
You're welcome.
Oh.
And then out of the static you hear, "Hey, listen."
John. We just figure out how far we have to space them out.
Yeah.
All right, so if we got people here, people there, people in a portal.
You've got you've got the keep, you've got the Fey Lost, and you've got the Spire. Those are your like 3 key locations.
Mm-hmm. Which a spire can be
Wherever.
moved around.
Yep.
Yeah. Because what I was thinking is get the spire to go to the keep, pick up our people, bring them over, and then the top of the spire has a teleportation circle. So if we just, unput the mirror, bring it up top, and put it facing the teleporter, they can just walk out and walk onto the teleport and just on the battlefield.
That could also work.
We could have a mech as row teleported onto the battlefield.
Ooh.
Go, go, Mecha Casro! I couldn't help it, I'm sorry.
So, refresh my memory on one thing, though. Does anybody remember what happened to the golem that was back in the original Emerald Enclave?
The automaton.
Terran
Well,
sorry. Yeah, the
yeah,
automaton.
last we heard of the automaton, Hasbro was able to control it back at the cave in the south.
You mean the automaton that I've forgotten about for the entire second half of this campaign?
Yeah, that one.
I thought
That
it
very
was
one.
The one that's
bound
not in the
to-
river.
It got bound to that. I thought it was bound to that one fire starter girl in the end.
No, it was,
it was
Casro.
Oh.
I mean, if anyone knows where it is, Caswell would, and then he can just get the Spire to go pick it up. They can just tractor beam it.
Sure.
I'm gonna write a
man.
quick parchment of sending to Ilyana.
Okay.
And like, hey, situations handled in Moonladrien. We took care of Sidian. I'm gonna send a carriage to pick you guys up. Just get everyone on board, and we'll see you in a bit.
Okay. You just get a dot. Okay.
Cool. Pick up the can. Hey, Remo, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hi, I need you to go pick up some folks at Gilglen Keep for me, and bring them over if you could.
How many are we needing to transport at this time, Your Majesty?
Well, how many people did we get from the Enclave that survived?
You're not
'Cause
entirely
we got
sure because
Ilyana,
you
Petra, Caswell.
Okay, hold on. Look at, if you go to the pinned messages, there's a list of allies.
Okay. In which chat?
In the Black Sheep chat.
Okay.
Or
there's one
no,
who
I'm
is
sorry, the
now
party
at
RP.
or / headed to Gildglen Keep.
Nope, sorry. It's the party RP.
Okay, so we got Caswell, we got Petra, we got Morvik, we got Gladys. Don't know where Istvan is. Lumina's on different plane, which I guess we could have Roland kind of,
Gather the Fae.
give a flap of his wings to go talk, because he's already there. Ilyana, one's already there. So we got like 6 people
Okay.
that are there.
Did
Yeah,
I
I'm
put
just
your
kidding.
father on that list?
You did not put him on that list.
Okay.
So I
So-
guess
7.
he's on questionable/unknown.
Aha.
Yeah. So
Mara's gonna
I'm
get
just
shifted
gonna
over
tell
to
him
that
how, like,
list.
We got
What happened
like,
to your father?
well, I'm not sure. Last I knew, my sisters got to the keep. I assumed that he was with them. So I'm just gonna tell everyone we got at least 7 people. They should be waiting in the courtyard of Gilglen Keep.
Right.
Remember, gargoyles, they might not want to meet in the court.
Well, if the spire is floating overhead, would the gargoyles able to fly?
Yes, but not like that high, I would think. Or they're too slow to, like, the spire's going to be faster than some gargoyles. But
Okay.
you also still have Morvik and Gladys there to control the
Yeah, I
gargoyles.
counted them in the list.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you still have them there, though, to control the gargoyles, so you don't need to worry about it.
Oh, hey! Look! More recruits for the army. Gargoyles.
But they guard the keep.
Yeah, they don't move.
Yeah, they stay to the keep.
What if they take the stones that are under the gargoyles and put them on the Sapphire Spire? Part of the keep is with the spire. They should guard it. It's worth a try.
Now we just have to disassemble the keep brick by brick and move it onto the spire. So now, to protect the spire, the keep, they have to be on the spire.
Right.
Wonderful. Let's go.
So what you're saying is,
Oh,
why don't we
yeah.
just take the spire or take the keep and push it over here?
Yeah. Just take the stones from the keep, put them on the spire. And then just rebuild it there.
If only it worked like that.
Well, we have a teleportation circle. How hard can it be?
Mister, I don't understand how all this magic works.
Right.
Look, if we draw a big enough teleportation circle under the keep.
No.
Damn.
The DM says no.
Nivek and the druids. We have Remy and the werewolves.
Nivek and the druids.
Yeah, so we got at least 7. There could be more. They'll be waiting for you in the courtyard. Hopefully everyone's there already.
Yeah, somewhere between like 7 and 50.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. Anything else for you, Your Majesty?
Once you pick them up, just come as close as you can to Moonladrien. I don't know if you can, with the walls and everything, and we'll meet up with you.
Can do. Rema out.
Oh, and we'll also need the mirror for the Feywild to be brought up to the top of the spire, close to the teleportation circle.
The mirrors can't be removed from the walls, Your Majesty.
Well, make sure that there's a clear path from the mirrors to the teleportation circle.
Well, that I can do.
Yeah, we might need like some signage written in.
Yeah.
I'll put Catwright on it.
Oh.
Would we need?
You don't have anyone else?
Elvish.
That's my only choice.
Okay. Well, we'll make do.
All right.
Oh, something that.
By the
I'm
way, you all
wondering
get a
about
long
now.
rest while this is happening.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm gonna prepare some spells.
DM, do you happen to remember if we had mentioned conclusively which members of the Marshals were known to be survivors of the ambush at the Alamo?
Just the Eastwoods.
Just the Eastwoods? The McManuses
The
were
McManuses were
not confirmed?
The McManuses were slaughtered.
Okay.
And
their guns vanished.
Yes, their guns vanished. And the Winchesters are still missing.
Gotcha. Hey, Aldrin, you have some more of those parchments of sending, right?
I have a bunch, and I point to like the stack on the desk, and
Next
we
to
have a
Kevin.
few.
Yeah, Kevin
Yeah.
pulls out like one of those like paper ream boxes, just like full of parchments.
Well, I think I might only just need one.
Kevin just kind of like hands one up to you, just writing. Just
Appreciate it.
welcome.
And
Back to writing.
Dustin will take a little bit of time, just kind of like trying to compose as succinct of a message to try and communicate to the Eastwoods that if you are able to, please respond to this message. We are working to fulfill Miktal's will of getting rid of this horrible blight of a lunar eclipse, and we need all the guns we can get.
Few minutes go by and a response pops up. Dustin, it's good to hear from you. Where do you need us to go? We got the armory, or at least what's left of it. Been hiding out in Willow Rasp up near Nymorn. Just keeping an eye on things, but we've got a mobile forge if you need it. Just tell me what you need.
Oh man.
Just give any response to force Kate to keep doing that voice, please.
Why?
It's just so weird and funny for me to hear that voice.
Coming out of
For you,
me?
like, that's right. Man, do what I want.
Can I get you some French fried taters?
I know what you're talking about.
Do you tell us about the response you got?
Yeah, that probably would have been like the response. Like as soon as it showed up, Dustin would be like, "Oh shit, they're alive."
Good. Where are they? We can pick them up.
Outside Nymorn.
I will go to the big map
Oh.
so I can show you where they are.
Yeah.
That may be a problem.
Oh.
Okay. So,
Okay, it's a bit of a ways away.
It's not.
Nymorn is here,
terribly
Willow
close,
Rasp is
but-
right here.
Okay.
So just south of Nymorn.
What do we know about Willow Rasp? Is that
Primarily human and elven, but otherwise just kind of a mixed community near-ish the capital. There's nothing particularly of note. Isbest to the east is like the academic. Willow Rasp, I would assume, is probably more like production.
So it wouldn't make too much of a scene to have like an actual forge or production facility operating over there. So that's not bad for us. Okay.
Well, if they have a mobile forge, how mobile is it?
I mean, I'm tempted to suggest that they stay where they're at and just begin fabricating as much ammunition out of silver as they can get. Silver, cold iron, whatever they can get their hands on as quickly as they can.
I wonder if we could have, like, from the Spire or something, some kind of way of getting the ammunition from them to the Spire to us. Get a few shooters on the ramparts of the Spire and firing down from there.
Well, if we can manage to control the Spire, that's how we got up there in the first place, was a teleportation circle on the ground.
Yeah.
So we can just use that, hopefully, and they can just shove carts of guns and ammunition onto there to arm up anybody. It's probably better to get a lot of stuff that's just going to have like a wide spray as opposed to precision if they're untrained.
Above table, I just love the idea of after the peaceful Aldrin conversation we had, that he's like, and then I can put cannons on the castle?
Well, we could have Bodrick make mortars, and then Sasha trains people with sniper rifles. And, the castle in the sky becomes the fortress in the sky that rains hell and devastation.
Well, that Baccarin fight sure didn't last long.
To unite the world under our banner.
The banner of pew pew.
The banner of bend the knee or else.
I don't think, no matter where we set up for any kind of preparation, I don't think we're going to have weeks to train people on how to use firearms.
If we had a reverse Phalos, where time passes slower there compared to us, we would need to have like one of the 9 do some timey-wimey shit for that.
I mean, imagine if we could just, shackle Baccarin and just throw them through a portal into the Phalos. We could have, I don't know, a year to build up all whatever resources, and it would have been just only, I don't know, a day.
Well, get me close enough, I can do that.
But do we really want to risk letting them loose in the Phalos now that I'm thinking about that?
I don't think that plan is going to necessarily work out how we want it to. And I don't necessarily want to trap one person with them, as was my previous discussion.
I mean, we know one of the mirrors, where someone does not like visitors and could handle Baccarat.
All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman.
Well, talking about Baccarat, all I wanna do is see you turn into a red smear on the ground. Oh wait, no, that was on me.
Kaiju stomping my bestie. I see how it is.
One of them. You still have more.
All right, but what do you guys think? Should we just have them stay where they're at and kind of on the way pick up all the ammunition, firearms, the Eastwoods, any allies that they may have?
Yeah, they prepare everything as fast as they can, get everything ready, and then we just, show up, UFO, kidnap everything.
Whoa.
Moo!
I was waiting for the
It's
cow.
literally that though. Like it's literally this big flying thing shows up. There's a beam of light and whoop.
Which is even funnier because I already made the joke that the queen was trying to invent Eldars.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the whole murder fucking got into existence.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And on that note, we're going to take a short break, y'all. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Yes, Joe.
Of course. God damn it.
Right on schedule.
All right, on schedule. Welcome back, everybody. We're planning things. Continue, please.
Yeah?
What are your plans?
Wait, what?
There was a plan?
Sorry, I realized all of my friends have died along this journey, and I have nothing to contribute.
Oh, well, thanks. We're right there, Arapsis. Right there.
I mean, don't you have
I'm
some
just saying, I
minions?
don't have anyone to call in. My family didn't fuck the four corners of the world.
But you do have a spawn. Or a,
Where are they?
Where are they?
They're somewhere on this plane.
Because last time I couldn't detect them at all. Because that's the thing.
And that's because
So
you
I
were
didn't
still in
know-
Primal Etheria, and they were not.
Oh. Well, no, I thought I tried to detect them here.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, like a
Last
couple of
session.
sessions ago. Yeah.
Like
My
when
last
we
session a
were-
couple of sessions ago.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a point in Moonladrien where I said I was trying to censor, and you said that I couldn't sense. So that's what made me go, oh.
Okay. I'll figure that out.
All right.
So you may have a person to call in. We'll see.
You know, children, they're not very dependable. Teenagers.
Well,
Ah.
Aldrin looks up while, like, you know, playing some game with Anara, like... Aldrin is teaching Anara how to play dice poker.
No. This child's 237. It's a little different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Dustin's still.
This one is still in her 20s.
I'm 29, Dad.
Yeah, which
I'm 29.
Yeah, exactly. See?
Oh, wait, no, she's 21. Close enough, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
she had me worried there. I was
Alvin
like, wait, she's
years.
almost as old
it's
as I
kind
am.
of like...
Well,
Well, to be fair, she's gonna be older than you someday. So.
I just remember because she was 6 when you left, and it's been 15 years, so she's 21.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Aldrin, you're forgetting. We're assuming that our friend might not age normally.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Remember, most
Who's that?
humans don't make a deal with the god of death.
No.
Yeah. That's true.
Not many can fool him either.
Well, exactly. That's why I get the good feeling that our friend Dustin might be a bit longer lived than he thought he would be.
Guess we'll find out someday, right?
Well, you know, like I told you,
Hey, Dustin, roll me a
every 10
perception check.
years.
Come on, low numbers. Where'd the die go?
I don't know.
What the heck?
What did you
I clicked the
do?
button and it disappeared.
Weird.
I don't know.
Refresh?
What
Because
did you
nothing
do?
came up.
I know. It just, the die isn't showing up.
have you done?
I don't know.
Did you turn
So
off?
Somehow
What
managed to break
things done
D&D Beyond.
I don't know.
No, like I click button, I click roll. Oh, it adds an additional modifier to it now. Because like it doesn't do it using Beyond 20 for some reason. I clicked all the buttons and everything, all the prompts, but then it activates the prompt at the bottom of D&D Beyond.
Gotcha.
13.
All right. Chroma has been pacing around you, but you notice that when she passes around your back, she gives you a little bit wider berth, as if she's avoiding something.
It's weird. That cat's weird.
But when she does kind of pass behind you, you notice her like rub up against something. That's not
But
there.
I don't necessarily tell what.
You almost feel it. But you're not currently you're not currently touching the skull, so there's only so much I can tell you.
Okay.
We are going back to the Spire soon.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Don't mind us.
Just
Yeet.
plotting my literal downfall.
Well, an upfall is a little bit more difficult to plan.
True.
Depends on the gravity, I guess.
Do you see what it took to get me this fucking wing? It's a little more complicated.
But so we have people that we can try and get everybody to gather. We're kind of getting everybody situated into the keep, the spire, well, from the keep to the spire. We have allies here that we could potentially transport with us over to, what was the name of it? Willow Grasp?
Willow Rasp.
Willow Rasp. We could transport people over to Willow Rasp, collect what we can from there with the Winchester, not the Winchesters.
Eastwoods.
Eastwoods. Thank you.
Yep. It took me a second. I'm like, oh.
I'm bad with names tonight. What were they? Clinton, Jason?
Scott.
God dang it.
It was close.
I'm bad with names.
It's okay. That's what I'm here for.
But we can like once we get everybody there, I think we may be kind of giving up the ghost a little bit and kind of need to just like push the advantage. Do you think? Like that'd be like no turning back at that point. We'd be so close. They wouldn't not know we're there.
Yeah, once we go and pick up stuff from Willow Rasp, it's just beeline it for Naimon.
And how long would it take for the Sapphire Spire to transport itself from the keep
Nymorn?
up to like yeah.
Or up to Moonladrien?
Because I asked Rimmer to come
either.
to Moonladrien with the Spire.
Right.
It takes as long as it needs, because it's the Spire.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's relative. It takes way less time than you expect it to. Let's just say that.
So if I were to like send a message back to the Eastwoods saying, you know, like prepare for war, you have 72 hours.
They might
like,
get a little
we have a
hostile.
week.
You have until the beam of light descends upon your house.
It's like these pieces are falling into place very fast. We got like a week, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, genuinely have no idea. Could just tell them prepare and keep preparing, and then when we're ready to head out from here, send them a message and like expect us in a couple of days.
I had another thought. What about Lumina?
Well, yeah, that's why I said that Warren can, give a flap over to her grove
Trees.
and see if she would join in. Yeah. If Mother Mirth can open some portals, maybe Lumina can too.
Yeah.
I believe that a good weapon against vampires might be trees.
So, getting a hold
That's
of
the best way to get a
Sylvain.
stake for their hearts. Get a bunch of trees.
Now, when you say trees, are you talking like wooden spikes, or are you talking like walking trees?
Walking.
Please don't punch them this time, Dustin.
Hey, as long as they keep their mouths shut, I'm fine.
Don't you fucking look at me, tree!
The one you were punching didn't even have a mouth.
It did at the time.
Okay. I believe you believe it.
I keep expecting Dan's phone to start giggling during the...
Right.
I'm waiting.
Here, hold on, I'll send you a message on TikTok.
Do it might just go off. But yeah, so if we get like
I think Kate's already on it.
yeah, if we get them walking trees over here. We have walking trees. That one doesn't do the laugh.
Damn it.
Yeah, Facebook messages is just the sound of a rupee.
Womp womp. Anyway.
Everything else. Yeah, so if we have walking trees, several very powerful Fey, gunslingers, sprites, moths, elves, magic.
Druids.
Yeah.
Werewolves.
Yeah.
Donkey!
I was just about to say, we've got horses, fortresses, magic, and swords. For those of you who are fans of epic rap battles.
We have dragons too.
Dragons.
And the spire
That's
has
true, yeah.
cells, so we have a dungeon for our to have with our dragons. We are finally playing Dungeons and Dragons.
With dragons.
Yeah, so I think
All right.
I'm going to tell the Eastwoods to begin preparing as much silver and cold iron ammunition as they can manage. We may have a week before everything starts coming together.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you guys? I don't...
Actually, it sounds like plenty of time.
So a week
So like
then.
about a week? Well, in that case, if we're talking about a week, let me see. There's like this one thing that the Calavera Sagrada can do.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
I can ask a
Let's
single
go.
question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The GM offers a
7
truthful
days.
reply.
7 days.
7 days.
Fucking sending some starts crackling. 7 days.
11 days.
But yeah, so I could potentially spend some time during a long rest after delivering the message to the Eastwoods about,
You mean the
begin
long rest we
preparing
just had?
ammunition.
How often do you do that?
The skull talkie thingy?
Yes.
I can do a couple of different things, but I can only do them once per day.
All right, Dustin, give me a perception check at advantage now that you're touching the skull. The weight between
liked
your
the 12.
shoulders becomes more
Wonderful.
apparent, and as you look over your shoulder, you can actually see the tops of the wings that are attached to your back. Translucent, but dark-colored, semi-translucent feathers.
Just doing the slow turn back. Trying to
And as you flex your shoulders, you can feel them kind of shift.
To wing or not to wing?
To fly or not to fly?
Just wing it.
Off
Wing it
of the
good.
spire.
I don't know, still a little bit of a chicken, you guys.
That's
Well,
fine.
even chickens sometimes have to be pushed to fly.
All I can say is I hope it doesn't come down to just, like a sink or swim circumstance where I need them. I'd like to avoid that if I can.
Well, look at it this way. We could set up some sort of situation where, we have a portal at the top and the portal at the bottom, so if you fall, you end up back at the top again. But, we hope for good aim, at least at that point.
Well,
Like if I'm
I mean-
falling down and then I come back up and I'm still falling down, that just means I'm falling even further.
I've been falling for 30 minutes!
You
To
would
be
fall
fair.
and then come out here and go further.
To be fair, if you think about it, having that kind of safety net would kind of remove the whole, adrenaline rush that you would get to kind of get things going.
Well, you might say that. But when the portal is only 5 foot big and you're falling from 100 foot up, I'm willing to bet that your sureness on that spot will not be very high.
There you go, Dustin. I pick him up and lift him back up. Get back up here.
How to make Dan slide out of his chair.
You either talk about having him go through the eye of a needle, or you do a book talk lead. There is no in between.
I kind of imagine Raps is like showing this and like jumping off of the ceiling and then turning to mist as they hit the floor. Like,
I'm just picturing the mist like.
And Anara's watching this just going,
magic.
so cool. Dad, your friends are cool weird.
Welcome
Now
to
that
what
is
my
the
life
most
has been for the
accurate
past few
statement
months.
I've heard.
All right. Is there anything else that you all would like to do during your long rest? You have written your letters. We'll say the 4 hours that Kevin needed to copy the books has concluded, and Dravis takes the originals and throws them in the fireplace.
Nice.
Also done in the long rest, Aldrin does a bit of mind palace rearranging for spell slots.
Okay.
And I have my spells prepared for my next hunt.
All right.
And then just for RP's sake, that thing that I had mentioned for Dustin doing with all the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Just, after everybody settles down, Dustin would take some time to go over to where the bodies of the guards are all laid out. Set down the skull in his hat, and just kind of take a moment of solemn before telling everybody. How did I say it? Because it actually sounded really cool.
I don't have that pulled up at the moment, so.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
First, I'd like to thank you all for your sacrifice, and I want to extend heartfelt regret at all of your passing. Second, I'd like to ask your names and if there were any last words that you wanted to tell any loved ones before the embrace of Miktal offers you its comfort. And he spends probably the better part of an hour or two writing down any kind of like last words of all of the guards who were killed in the fight with Sidian.
All right. You are absolutely able to do so, and they thank you for what you're doing and honoring their memory.
Rest well.
Meanwhile, I sat over here and just had headcanon of, like, pushing Razathoth into the abyss and then convincing him that we can set him up with another Titan, and then just cueing this entire date sequence of Razathoth approaching Primal Efferia with flowers, trying to court her.
Most eligible Dark Lord.
Right? And it's like, I just imagine, and it's the Dark Prince courting the Sunshine Princess.
Oh my god.
So I love it in every way possible. And I'm
Because
just
the Sunshine
like,
Princess does WWE.
Exactly. But it's the Sunshine Princess he can't fuck with. So like,
The Sunshine Princess, like, oh, what a wonderful day. What are you doing in my house?
right? He has to
Don't know.
actually behave.
She's actually a lady luchador.
Right.